Right side, A.J. Klein takes it to the house for a touchdown.
That's Luke Kuechly right there. That's Luke Kuechly. That's got to be Luke. That's Luke.
That was the only thing. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. My goodness.
Kuechly cut right in front of a Palmer pass and housed it. Unbelievable. Palmer goes sideways, short range to Floyd. Floyd to the 50, middle of the field. Hit once, dives to the 46-yard line, and that's going to be it. The final seconds tick off. It is over. There will be some Panther silver at the Golden Anniversary Super Bowl. The Carolina Panthers, champions of the NFC, are headed to Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, California.
All right, welcome to the John Ech Show right here on 247miami.tv. Today's topic, Cam versus Peyton Manning. Round of applause for Cam and Peyton Manning. Congratulations to those guys. They are going to Super Bowl 50. Denver and I was going to say North Carolina. Well, I guess you could say North Carolina. I guess Carolina represents South and North Carolina, I guess.
Yes.
So
yeah, because whenever he has a press conference or after the game, when he had the press conference, he was thanking both Carolinas, like you would say the Carolinas.
And you're talking about Cam Newton.
Yes.
All right, Peyton versus Cam. The Broncos defeated the Patriots 20-18. And out of the two games, I believe this game was the best one. Exciting all the way to the end. The other game was a blowout where the Carolina Panthers defeated the Arizona Cardinals 49-15. But in that game, the Broncos and the Patriots, this is Manning's fourth trip to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. He surpasses Elway as the oldest quarterback to take his team to the Super Bowl. So I called it, and the mayor will be on at 4 o'clock, and he could confirm, and I'll confirm his predictions too, because he did pick Denver and Carolina to go to the Super Bowl. So I said it from the beginning that if Denver's defense could come to play like they've done all year, shut down corners, great linebackers, great safeties, put a lot of pressure on Tom Brady, Peyton Manning wouldn't have to do a lot. He just run the ball, little dump passes here and there, and that's what they did. He did, even though Peyton Manning did have a 12-yard run. Did you catch that?
He with that run, he reminded me of John Elway in that Super Bowl, because you got the oldest quarterback running for a first down, and just he really wanted it. You could tell, just like Elway did when during that helicopter play. And
he did throw a couple of long passes. Oh, I just turned on the computer here. Okay, there, I put it on pause. Should I put it on pause here or what?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm trying to, but
shut it down.
It won't go down.
It's out of it.
There you go. Nope.
Oh my God, technical difficulties.
My computer, I don't know what's going on. That 247miami.tv website, I'm going to have to talk to Louis Chacon about this website. I think
for whatever.
I don't know anything about websites, but some things need to change, I think, in my opinion. We'll talk to Louis a little later.
Yeah.
But going back to the game, I wasn't surprised. I had Denver.
No, but you're right. The Denver defense did what they needed to do, because I thought, since Brady has the arm and Peyton really doesn't have his arm in this game, if the Denver defense let the Patriots score a couple touchdowns on them right away, they probably would have been out of the game, because Peyton Manning doesn't have the arm to get them back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing that they stopped them and kept them in the game, because they needed to make it a low-scoring game so Peyton Manning could, do what he needs to do.
Right. But Brady was harassed all day. I believe he got knocked down over 10 times.
I think it was like 20.
20 times?
Well, not knocked down, but he got hit like 20-something times.
Yeah, he got hit 20-something times.
And Von Miller had a great game. I think he had 2 sacks and a pick. Yep.
Brady finishes 27-56 for 310 yards, 2 interceptions, 2 key interceptions. And Peyton Manning went 17 for 32 with 17 completions. Like I said, he didn't have to do a lot. He left it all for the defense. The defense came through.
That was a total team effort.
Even though, again, Peyton Manning didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do a lot. He just didn't make the mistakes. He did everything that the game plan, how it was written up.
Threw 2 touchdowns to Owen Daniels.
Yeah, and very, very good passes too.
Yeah.
All right, the Carolina Panthers, they blow out the Arizona Cardinals 49-15. Carson Palmer, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, 4 picks. for Carson Palmer. He forced 2 fumbles on him. I knew in my prediction, in my opinion about this game was that I don't believe in Carson Palmer. He's a good quarterback, but I just didn't believe in him. If the game was at home, it probably would have been a different story. But on the road, Carson Palmer is not a good on the road quarterback. But
that's your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you don't agree? You disagree?
Well, I think the problem is ever since he hurt his finger a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, they were saying that throughout the broadcast. Oh, the finger might be bothering him.
Yeah, you could. I don't know if it's still bothering, but I find it a pretty good coincidence that ever since he hurt his finger a couple of weeks ago, he's missing like wide open receivers. He's forcing the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he was kind of under duress here and there, but he's been forcing it a lot more than usual.
Yeah.
Like he did earlier.
He forced a lot of bad passes yesterday.
And Carolina, in that game, it was just a total blowout from the start. I mean, Carolina scored 17 points in the first quarter, and then the second quarter, 7. Third quarter, they scored another 10 points. It took to the fourth quarter where Arizona finally got a score going. Well, it's second quarter and Arizona got a score going.
I think the interception right before the half was the key of the game. I think Arizona was driving, and then Carson Palmer ended up throwing his that interception that cost them some points, and that kind of they went to halftime. Then halftime, Carolina just kept on hammering in.
The Cardinals turned the ball over 7 times. I mean, you don't win a football game like that. Bruce Arians it was just crushing because they didn't show up at all, and they were just dominated right from the start and let the game get away from them.
Cam Newton, 335 yards, and he had 47 yards rushing. I give Cam, he's the MVP of the league. I give him all the credit, even though a lot of people, it always comes out. A lot of people don't like his style or the way he dances and all this and that.
I don't really.
But he backs it up.
I know he backs up, so I'm like, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
You're winning, and if that helps you win or being yourself helps you win, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with him. People say he's cocky and stuff. I don't see that at all. He's just confident and he's doing it his way. And that's what works for him. So all power to him.
Yeah. If Ryan Tannehill was doing things like that, doing the dab and all that stuff.
Yeah. Ryan Tannehill.
then we have something to criticize him for. But this guy's winning. He only lost one game this year.
He doesn't win, and he hasn't fallen off like the whole season.
Yeah.
He's just been whooping teams, and when they win like big.
Right.
Like
who beat them? Who beat them?
I think it was the Falcons. They had
Atlanta Falcons. Beat
towards
them.
the end of the season, it was like either the last game or the week before.
Yeah.
The last 2 games.
Yeah, I don't criticize. He's backing it up, man.
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
And he gives the balls to the kids.
Yeah, you were saying something about you don't like the kid grabbing his balls.
Yeah, no, I don't like that one bit. If I was a parent, I wouldn't let my child anywhere near this guy
because he's grabbing his balls.
Ball handling and just hand the balls out to the kids.
When I was growing up, I think the balls were you weren't allowed to give the balls out to like fans and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think
they were really strict on that.
Yeah, they were at first. I think you got fined if you ever did it. Because those balls are expensive. But I mean, I think the fact that he's giving them to little kids, I don't think the NFL even wanted to interfere with that and giving them huge fines for just handing the balls to little kids that come to the game. I mean, that would look really messed up on the NFL's part.
Because I remember before, when they used to kick the extra point or for a field goal, some of the stadiums didn't have the nets behind the field goal post.
Yeah.
So the ball will go into the stand, and the fans would have to throw the football back down. And
they would have to.
Yeah, they would have to. I think so. I don't remember players giving footballs out to fans and stuff like that. So, and even in baseball too, like if a hitter like accidentally lets go of his bat and it goes into the stand.
Oh yeah.
Like usually you give the bat back. Now it's the fans keep the bat, and the hitter has to go get another bat. So I guess it's they're trying to make it more fan friendly for the fans, which I agree. If you throw your bat out in the stand, I catch it. I'm not giving it back.
Yeah, if everybody's paying at least $60 per game,
of course.
I mean,
$25 for a hot dog.
Yeah, it's
$20 for a beer.
It's very pricey.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's already pricey like that, you might as well keep what you can get.
Of course. Like for example, remember the kid that caught A-Rod's home run which was for, I think it was for 500.
Oh yeah.
Was it for 500? I could be mistaken.
I forget what happened to that. Didn't he like sell it?
Like the kid didn't want to give it back.
Yeah, he didn't want to give it back.
If you caught that, would you give it back to him? For a hefty salary, of course.
Yeah, hefty salary. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if he
million,
if he wanted it back,
couple of million,
and he would have, I would have to sell it to him. He'd have to offer me a nice price for that ball.
I think they were offering him season tickets or something like that for the Yankees. And
I mean,
an autographed ball, and I guess
I would just like
A-Rod taking him out to dinner.
I would like a nice chunk of money so that I could live comfortably for a little
How much
while.
is a good chunk of money for you, Mike?
Well, how much? It depends on how high he's willing to go. I'd start off.
Well, this guy's worth.
I'd start off at
$100 million.
Yeah, I'd take that. I'd take that on a heartbeat.
How about if he sets you with one of his chicks?
No,
no,
it's got to be money.
You want cash instead of a chick?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who doesn't?
Well,
with cash, I can buy as many chicks as I want.
Exactly. That was stupid. So, and what you were making a big deal about this. Former Dolphin Teddy Ginn had a good game.
Oh yeah.
So you're not really saying you're saying he's not really a Carolina Panther. He's really a Dolphin, right?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ted Ginn is a Miami Dolphin.
There you go.
Right there.
Ted Ginn's a Miami Dolphin.
Yeah, dude, he's been coming on like.
Is he the one that when the coach was it Cam Cameron that came out? We just drafted Teddy Ginn and his family.
Yep,
he said that. Right?
It's amazing because he comes from being booed instantly when he's drafted by all of Dolphin Nation.
Right.
And granted, I mean, it was a stupid pick. He was what Cam Cameron even had said, "Oh, we drafted a punt return in the first round. He's going to be great returning punts and kicks." That's like a Raiders move. That's an Al Davis move, drafting a punt returner. But I mean,
why did he say that's so embarrassing? Yeah, we just drafted a punt returner.
Cameron, I'm going to play a soundbite from him later in the show.
Yeah,
but God, he's just an idiot. He didn't know what he was doing. But moving on to Ted Ginn,
right.
Wasn't the greatest route runner, but had ridiculous speed, and his hands are questionable because even when he's wide open, he'll drop the ball. You've seen it this year when Cam Newton bombed him the ball a couple times. And then I think he went to. Did he go to San Francisco?
He went to San Francisco, right?
And then he only got on the field here and there just for like deep routes and kick returns. And then he comes to Carolina, and due to all the injuries at the wide receiver position, they kind of let him be one of the starting receivers. Mm-hmm. And give props to Mike Shula for utilizing all these receivers and with their great strengths. Like Teddy Ginn had an amazing year.
Yeah. I
think he had 10 touchdowns.
I'm not sure, but he had a good
double-digit touchdowns, I believe.
And give credit to Mike Shula. Also give credit to the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos, Wade Phillips. Mm-hmm. He called a good game there. I think Denver. I knew Denver's defense was going to step it up and put a lot of pressure on Mr. Tom Brady, and that's what happened. I never seen Tom Brady get hit like that before. What'd you say? It was over 20 times he was knocked down?
Yeah, it reminded me of the Dolphins game, the last game of the season. They were really getting to him too.
If they would have beat the Dolphins in that last game of the season, the game would have been in Foxborough against Denver.
It probably could have totally been a different story.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, the Patriots always win in Foxborough.
For sure. Oh, Louis Chacon's in the house.
Louis Chacon in the house.
What's up, man? How are you? What's that? Adjust the mic from my face. Away from my face. Like that? Huh?
To the side. Hey, what's up, everyone?
This side here?
Yes,
Louis Chacon walking in, wasting no time.
I like the hat. I like the hat.
He came emergency. We were talking about you. I don't know if you heard.
Business, straight up business as usual.
I like the hat.
It's a little blurry on YouTube.
Whatever's happening here with the internet in the building.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's get back to the show. Well, welcome, Mr. Chacon.
Hi, how's everyone?
Good. Talking about the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Wait. Did you talk about Super Bowl already?
Well, we mentioned the Dolphins, but we're talking about the two championship games.
We're talking about Teddy Ginn, the ex-Dolphin.
Oh yeah.
Who had a 30-yard punt return and to set up a weaving 22-yard touchdown for the former Dolphin, Teddy Ginn. But let's move on. The Miami Heat are in town. They're not in town. They're on the road versus the Chicago Bulls. The Heat are 23-21, 2-8 in their last 10 starts, which is really bad, and slipping fast due to injuries and lack of consistent scoring. So like I said before, every week on the John Ech Show, I say, Pat Riley, you please make a trade for another consistent scorer, somebody that can shoot from the outside, because Gerald Green is very inconsistent. Dwayne Wade is falling apart. He's already has both shoulders hurt, and he's questionable for tonight's game in Chicago, but it looks like he is going to play. Whiteside, what's that?
Already
what?
Wade has 2 shoulders.
Yeah, he has 2 bad shoulders, man. So
how are you supposed to play basketball with 2 bad shoulders?
I guess they got to inject him with something and get his ass out there and play.
Poor D Wade.
But and the Heat just have been having a lot of injuries. We already know about Goran Dragic's calf muscle. We're not sure when he's going to be back. Bino Uji was hurt. We talked about Dwayne Wade. Whiteside's been hurt, and Dang got a finger in his eye. He's had like a bloodshot eye for the last 4 days. So they're here in trouble, man. They're slipping fast.
So it kind of reminds you of last season with all the injuries.
Yeah, yep. They're slipping fast in the standings. So I'm eager to talk to the mayor to see what he thinks about our Miami Heat. Yeah. The Florida Panthers are back on a winning streak after winning 12 games in a row. They lost 4. Now they're back on a 2-game winning streak. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks, and they also beat the defending champion. Are they the defending Stanley Cup champion, the Tampa Bay
Lightning?
Are they were just in the Stanley Cup?
Oh my god, it's so funny when we talk about hockey. It's like we have no idea.
I know
what's
we had
going
to ask
on.
a question.
I think the Blackhawks won, right?
The Blackhawks won last year, and Tampa Bay was in the finals against the Blackhawks.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Tampa Bay is a good team.
Yeah, so Toronto's in town tomorrow against our Florida Panthers, who are red hot, back again to 20.
But that's a good sign though, beating the Blackhawks.
Oh yeah, and they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning on yesterday, so that's really good. Hurricanes basketball, big game tonight. The Duke Blue Devils are in town. They're ranked number 20 versus our Miami Hurricanes. They're ranked number 15. This is the first time in history, I think. I've never seen the Miami Hurricanes, the Hurricanes being favored over the Duke Blue Devils by 2.5 points. That's at 7 o'clock right here in the Bank Atlantic Center here in Coral Gables. Also, I mentioned a little earlier the Heat and the Chicago Bulls. That's at 8 o'clock tip-off. There's no line, I guess, because of all the injuries in that game. I mean, not in the game, but in the Heat side, where there's a bunch of injuries where I guess the handicappers are not sure what the line. There'll be a line at the close to the game, but there is no line right now. In golf, Ricky Fowler wins at Abu Dhabi out in the Middle East, and that was a great win for him. A lot of good golfers were out there. A lot of the top 10 players in the world were playing. And here in the U.S., Jason Duffner wins a playoff over David Lingmerth of Sweden at the Career Builder Challenge at PGA West TPC Stadium course. So that's the opening monologue presented to you by Jada Coles. And when I mentioned Jada Coles, you have to listen because it is the best place to get a drink. You know why? Because I want to say Tracy, not Tracy. Terry's there, Scotty's there, Gus is there, Lacey's there, Shelby's there. Those are your bartenders. So go to Jada Coles, 2845 Coral Way. Happy hour every day from 4 to 8. On Mondays, they got poker night. And also they have this thing called the In the Biz Night, which is 50% off all those who are in the hospitality business. So make sure you bring some type of business card that lets those guys know that you are in the hospitality business. You get 50% off your bar tab. Live music on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Wednesday, open mic by Somatics. Friday, got a live DJ Del Swagger. And on Saturday night's the best night because that's the night that Mike and Mike likes to go because it's karaoke night. Mm-hmm. And that starts at 10 o'clock. And every time Mikey Mike walks into the building, they have the Bruce Springsteen already set up, ready for him because that's his favorite musician. Not musician, but favorite
baby, we were
singer.
Born to run, dude.
Yeah, there you go. So
the boss.
Saturday nights, every Saturday night at Jada Cole's is karaoke night. Then Sunday night's the best night. You know why? Because it's ladies' night. Ladies' night. All night.
My feelings right.
There you go. Look at them. Ladies, when you go to Jada Cole's, $5, they're going to charge you for anything that you want to drink there. You can have wine, you can have beer, you can have whatever you want, vodka, et cetera, et cetera. All those lady drinks you girls like to drink, $5 buckaroos, $5.
Did we just insult our audience?
Why?
We just said all the lady drinks that you guys like to drink.
All the ladies, I didn't mean guys, I mean girls. You know.
All right.
So all the ladies go out to Jada Cole's every Sunday, and that's your night. So say hi to Terry, Scotty, Gus, Lacey, Shelby. They're right there behind the bar. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened in Cleveland. David Blatt was fired by the Cleveland Cavaliers. So keep it locked right here, 24/7Miami.tv. Catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search John Ech Show. We're also on the TuneIn app. Search 247miami.tv.
Hey, I'm John Carlos Fan, and you're on 24/7 Miami.
On 247miami.tv.
I'm Craig Cook, host of Metal and Mayhem. I'm bringing you a brand new season of Metal and Mayhem this fall right here on 247miami.tv. Follow me on Twitter @RealCraigCook to submit your requests and have all your feedback made fun of live on the air. Metal and Mayhem, Fridays this fall, 247miami.tv.
You know why we pulled you over?
Was it because I was speeding?
No, it's because you weren't listening to the
Tune in Thursdays at 8 p.m. on 247 Miami.
This is Wilma Shakespeare,
Anger,
and Disaster Chief
from Miami's Vice City Rollers, inviting you to tune in to Rink Rash Radio on 247miami.tv. New shows every Saturday at 9 p.m.
with encore replays Monday at noon and 10 p.m., Tuesdays at 10 a.m.,
and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and again at 10 p.m.
Find out everything you've ever wanted to know about roller derby in the 305.
Get the 411 on the women's team,
the men's team,
and even the juniors.
Rink Rash Radio.
Rink Rash Radio.
Rink Rash Radio.
On 247miami.tv.
Calor y sabor. Todos los jueves a las 6 de la tarde, con tu amiga Diana Carolina, te traigo Sabor de Miami, un show de entretenimiento, desde noticias hasta un Throwback Thursday. No te lo pierdas, 1 hora de calor y sabor, aquí en 24/7 Miami.
Hi guys, I'm James.
I'm Adrian.
We got some very exciting news about our upcoming show,
Cannon Fire.
What are we going to talk about, Adrian?
We're going to talk about everything science fiction.
So, movies?
Yes.
Video games?
Yes.
TV shows?
Checkmate on that.
Awesome. We're also going to be seen around our local comic book events. So you're going to see us at a lot of cons, hopefully at some of the comic book shops around town.
Hopefully they be giving free stuff and we'll let you know about it.
That'd be awesome. And we've also got some interviews lined up for you guys. So please remember to check us out on 247miami.tv.
And like us on Facebook.
I was just as surprised and caught off guard by everybody yesterday. It's unfortunate, what happened yesterday. And, as a team, we just have to focus on what's now in front of us with the coach that we have now. And we got to continue. I found out about it just like every other player on this team at 3:30 yesterday when Griff called us in on our day off and told us that he was making a change. And he said, you can like it, you can love it, but you're going to respect it. This is what I feel. Where our team is today, this is a decision I'm making, and and that's it. I can't get caught up and worried about what other people think. I've stopped that a long time ago in my career, worrying about what other people think about me or what I influence or what I don't. But the only thing I can worry about is how I continue to get these guys prepared and get them playing better basketball, because obviously we know we can be much better, and I know we can be much better.
I've got a problem in general with this narrative, and those of you that have been with us for a while understand this. LeBron plays for this team, and he's the leader of this team, and he desperately wants to bring a championship to this team. LeBron doesn't run this organization. LeBron is about this organization, and he is of this organization, and he's of our community. But this narrative that somehow we're taking direction from him, it's just not fair. It's not fair to him in particular, but frankly, it's kind of not fair to me and our group anymore. I'm not somebody who believes we don't talk to the family before we make changes. We do. And I've told you that. I talk to many players when we make decisions of magnitude that will change the locker room. This was one where I didn't need to ask them questions. I've watched them interact with each other for a very long period of time under a lot of different circumstances. I know what something that's not right looks like. And I believe this was the right decision to make. And it's very possible that it's the wrong decision to make. You may hear that from our players tomorrow, and I'm open-minded to that. They don't have to like it. They have to respect that this is what we're trying to do.
All right, welcome back. John Ech Show, 247miami.tv. You just heard from LeBron James and the general manager of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I say liar, 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 liar.
The GM said it wasn't fair, but he never said it wasn't true. See, it's not fair. It's not fair.
You gotta tell me.
If you say it's not true, that's a whole different thing. But you know it's true.
Yeah, of course. You gotta tell me that LeBron James didn't know they're gonna fire David Blatt.
LeBron James was the first person to say to fire.
Of course, and I'm gonna get to that before I say a couple things here, a couple words here. College basketball tonight. Number 20 Duke versus number 15 Miami Hurricanes right here in Coral Gables. 7:00 tip-off. Miami's favored by 2.5. And in the NBA, the Heat are in Chicago. And that's an 8:00 tip-off. And the mayor will be here at 4:00, and he'll be talking NFL and also the NBA. But going back to, that situation where David Blatt got fired from the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, I have a friend, and I'm sure those who are from Cleveland know, and this is not an opinion. This is a true fact. When LeBron James left Cleveland, the businesses that are around that arena where the Cleveland Cavaliers play went out. Some of those businesses went out of business. They shut it down because LeBron is so influential in that city. He's from there. And there was a lot of sports bar and I have proof of this because I have a friend that owns a sports bar in that area there, and he said a lot of businesses just went down the toilets. So
it's Cleveland.
Yeah, it's Cleveland.
Not much else to do except get drunk, go to a football game, basketball game, or go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Exactly. I mean, the Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know how far is
Rock and Roll. Is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No,
they're both in Ohio.
The NFL's in Ohio.
I think it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that's in Cleveland.
Is it really? Okay, I didn't know that. But when LeBron James is the face of your franchise, in which he is to the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's obviously you're going to want his opinion on certain moves that the team's going to make, especially when there's going to be a move like this. This is a major move when you fire the coach of your team. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to tell me that LeBron James woke up the next morning and just went on his phone and found out that David Blatt got fired with nobody telling him? That's a bunch of baloney. And I'm not saying it's a lie. Yes, it's a lie, but I understand the Cavs' position here because, again, LeBron is the head, or he's the face of the franchise, and look what happened when he left Cleveland. Look what happened to the team when they were one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah,
he comes to Miami, he wins a couple championships, leaves Miami. And look at Miami now. Look, I would say, they're struggling with him. So, and I understand that you have to be politically correct. You don't want to. I'm sure LeBron didn't want to say, "Yeah, it was my decision," or I agreed to the decision of David Blatt being fired. I understand that, but those who know the game, those who have been around, and I'm sure the mayor is going to agree with this. LeBron knew.
Yeah.
Exactly what was going to happen, and probably he was the one after. And it didn't happen. It happened after a win. They beat the Clippers, but the day, couple of nights before, they got blown out against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
and something happened there when they lost to the Warriors. And we all know the Warriors are the best team.
And what was David Blatt as a head coach? What was his record?
Well, he had a really good record.
I think it was 38-11 or something along those lines.
Yep. Let me look it up here. Yeah, they had a winning record. They were probably they were the best team in the Eastern Conference, I believe. Let's see here. Let's see. Cleveland's 30-12.
30-12.
They were 30-12 when they fought.
He must be such a bad coach. He must be really doing a bad job there. I mean, granted, LeBron does still run the team, so it's not like David Blatt really does much, I don't think. But think about LeBron's words during that clip that we just played.
Right.
I mean, he said he found out about it like everybody is. He found out about the firing you woke up in the morning, you found out about the firing like everybody else. Yeah, sure, you found out about the firing, but it doesn't mean you didn't implant the seeds to make that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Whatever happened to the people that said when they hired David Blatt to become their coach, whatever happened to the people that are saying, oh, he's just there to be a puppet. He's just there, so he won't get in the way of LeBron James. He's not there to ruin the chemistry. But it seemed like he probably did, or he tried to put his input in certain things, and certain play calling, I guess, if you want to call it that. But something happened where LeBron said, this is not the way we're gonna. This is not the way we're gonna win the game. And I'm sure LeBron is thinking, this could be my last year as a team with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not saying he's leaving Cleveland, but I'm saying that group they have there, those players that they have there, that group, that core, this could be their last year that they play together to try to win a championship.
And they promoted the assistant coach Tyronn Lue to head coach.
Tyronn Lue's now,
and I like right when the whole Blatt thing got fired, I'm like, who's gonna step in and really do a better job? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just ridiculous to me. Like, what if they promote this assistant coach who they talk good words about or whatever, and then what if he just starts losing? You know what I mean? Like, and then what are they going to say? They're going to fire him too? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's LeBron behind the scenes working the magic,
of course.
And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they lost the other night to the Bulls, because I don't know. It just made it seem like it didn't matter who was the coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was pointless.
So they got blown out against Golden State. It was one of the worst losses for the Cavs this year. And then they beat the Clippers, I believe, and then they lose against the Chicago Bulls, and that's when they beat the Clippers, that's when they fired David Blatt, and then Tyronn Lue came his first game as the head coach and ends up losing against the Bulls. So with a team like that, I believe, Mike, that when you have a bunch of superstars like that in that team, you need a coach there that's going to motivate the team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a coach that's going to break up the chemistry or bring different plans and different scenarios.
Maybe draw some things up towards the end of the game, like when you really need to in the final seconds. But
he's really there to motivate the team. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Tyronn. He's never been a coach before. A head coach before in the NBA, and I think he was one of those guys.
I mean, he was really respected in the European League. I believe. I think he won a championship or something over there. I don't know.
We have to look that one up. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I still think, and I tweeted this out, I think the Bulls are the favorite team to win in the Eastern Conference. But we'll see what happens. But the Heat are on the road tonight against the Chicago Bulls. That's an 8:00 tip-off. The Heat are in dire straits, man. They have a lot of injuries on the team, and their lacking of consistent shooting from the outside is just ruining the team, I think, because they need they thought Gerald Green was going to be the man that's going to hit those 3-point shots. He's very, very inconsistent.
He's very hit or miss. Like sometimes when he's hot, and when he's cold, he's just he just looks awful.
And Dwayne Wade,
you never really know what you're getting out of Green.
You don't. And Dwayne Wade is just, hopefully he said he feels good, but those shoulder injuries are, they could affect his shooting. They could affect his, driving to the basket. So we'll see what happens.
You got to put your hands up in the game of basketball. What are you going to do when you don't have your shoulders working?
Of course. You ever been bullied before? Like when you were in school?
Every day of my life.
Every day. Well,
but the thing is, like, I don't let it affect me because I'm just words are words. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just shrug it off and I just play along.
I remember I've been. Well, yeah, I guess you call it bully, but there was always that guy at school that you were always afraid of, and he was the bully guy. Will always make fun of people, and he will be. He was the one that if you're walking down the aisle, you're like, you want to walk the other way, or you want to make a U-turn and walk the other way. There's always a guy like that in school, and just switching gears here, and because I saw Ronda Rousey on Saturday Night Live, and she came out in her monologue. She said that she gave props to Holly Holm for beating her. She finally came out saying live in person, giving her the credit for beating her. Now, Holly Holm is fighting somebody else. Her next fight was supposed to be against Ronda Rousey, but Ronda Rousey, she's doing a movie now. She's doing Saturday Night Live, and I feel that Ronda Rousey has that. She inside of her, she's got that. She's sort of afraid of Holly Holm. She was caught off guard when she fought Holly Holm. She probably underestimated her.
Mm-hmm.
Some people said that she looked out of shape. She took an ass whooping. Did you see it?
No, I did not.
Oh, she took one. She took a kick to the face that almost knocked the jaw out of place. So they thought her jaw was broken. They had to take it to the hospital. But
it was a short fight.
Yeah, well, it's 2 rounds.
Oh, still pretty short.
Yeah, so Ronda Rousey's now like doing a lot of TV. I wonder if she's kind of scared. I wonder if she's like avoiding her.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible. But then again, when you're a celebrity, you got to book all these kind of events in a crazy schedule. You know?
Yeah, but doesn't your career come first? Your MMA career isn't that what's making her? Isn't that why she's famous?
I think in the world of martial arts like boxing and MMA, I think the money comes first. That's what I think. Because think about it, they never really have a set schedule. They always have to book an event. You know what I mean? It's not like the basketball or football where you have you know when the schedules are every Sunday or every other day you're playing. Like they each match. They book it as an event to make as much money as they can. And if you got some side projects where you can earn easy money without getting your head kicked in or whatever, then I think you should take that before anything.
I feel like, if she sees Holly Holm in a dark alley, I think Ronda Rousey might just turn around and walk the other way. I don't know. That's just the way I feel because another thing too, Mikey Mike, is that if you never gotten your ass kicked before and you get your ass kicked for the first time and the way she got it, that puts something in you, some fear in you, man.
Yeah, maybe you start taking a step back and be like, maybe I'm not as good as I thought. I don't like this. I don't like the feeling of getting my ass kicked.
You got to watch this fight, man. Yeah. She got her butt whipped, man. And Holly Holm is a boxer type of fighter, and man, she was laid it on her. She was getting elbows to the face, but what did it was the kick to the face that hit her right square in the face, man, knocked her out, and then
she just blacked out like immediately.
Yeah, she fell down, and then Holly Holm got on top of her and started pounding on her, and they called it right there.
You think they fight with 2 different styles?
Oh yeah, Holly Holm, like I said, she's more of a boxer type of fighter. Ronda Rousey, she's more of a kicker. Yeah, kicker, taekwondo, whatever.
Yeah,
type of.
I don't know what the names are.
I don't either.
My friend over the weekend, he explained to me like, the differences with kung fu and karate and jujitsu, and he explained to me each little difference. Like one's to just use the momentum of the other person, another one's just strictly punching, another one's just strictly kicking.
Right.
I don't remember because the thing about fighting to me is just like I'm not like a fighter. I'm not super aggressive. I don't want to just fight to fight. You know what I mean? Like if we're fighting, there's going to be a reason for me to be fighting.
Right.
But I mean, that's why I can never really get into martial arts, and especially they don't have a set schedule, so it's like.
Yeah, from one day to another, I'm fighting this person here.
Yeah, it took forever for Mayweather and Pacquiao to go against each other.
Oh, years.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, who the hell knows? You could just book events, book matches against like a lesser person for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think Ronda Rousey's ducking Holly Holm.
Yeah,
I think if you lose like that, and if you're like a real competitor and you hate losing, well, you can't really say you hate. Ronda hates losing because she's never lost before.
Or maybe it's a little too recent.
Well, she lost the Olympics. There's Roy. Oh, but I don't know. What were you saying?
Oh no, I'm just saying maybe it's a little too recent. Maybe they want to prolong that match again a little bit more, just to have a better build up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Make a little bit more money, nice chunk of money.
Because I would have thought like as soon as Ronda Rousey lost, I would give her another 3 months to recover from her injuries, and maybe another month or 2 months to start training again or start training. And within 5 months, there would have been a rematch. But it looks like we have no idea when the rematch is going to be. But I just, we don't talk a lot of MMA here on the show, but I just saw her on Saturday Night Live, and I was like, man, is she ducking Holly Holm? It looks like she's ducking her. She's all about her, being on television, movies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, when we come back, we got the mayor all the way from New York City, and we're going to talk to the mayor about the blizzard that he went through. I'm sure they had a lot. I think more towards DC where they had the real heavy snow. He's in New York City, a little north of DC, but he did get a lot of snow. But down here in South Florida, man, you been cold lately or what?
Yeah, I like.
Yesterday in the morning was freezing, man. 45 degrees waking up in the morning. That's cold for people who live down here in Miami.
Yeah, it kind of like I love the cold. I really enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But the only problem with me is that like I like to jog outside around the neighborhood, and when it gets cold, your nose gets colder a little bit more faster. You start blowing snot all over your face.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I really enjoy it.
You didn't put the gloves on and the skull cap to go running around the
No, I got my little Call of Duty like skull mask. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I tried it, but I couldn't breathe as well in it.
I didn't know you were a runner.
I don't run for fun. I run because I want to get this belly off of me.
Why didn't you run in the marathon yesterday?
No, that's way too crazy. I don't.
The Miami Marathon was yesterday.
No, it's crazy. People train for those marathons,
right?
And I'm thinking, how do you train for a marathon? All you do is just run 26 miles every freaking day, right? And then just so you could run it on Saturday again? F that. I'm not gonna.
The guy from Morocco won the men's marathon in 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 56 seconds. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but Bounazuz Slimani from Morocco took the men Miami. What was it called? The Miami Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had also. You could have ran the half marathon. They had a marathon and they had the half marathon. So half of 27 is what? Is it 29 miles or 27 miles?
Half of 20. Gee, God, I don't even know.
Whatever it is.
15. No. 12. 13. 14.
And it looks like an American one in the women's side. Allison Kiefer won the Miami Marathon, 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 31 seconds. There you go. See, next year you're gonna run this marathon.
No, I'm not gonna run no marathon.
Train. You need to train.
I don't want to train to run a marathon.
You don't got no belly, dude. You want to see a belly? This is a belly right here.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just insecure or something.
All right, the John Ech Show, 247miami.tv. Catch us on the TuneIn app. Just search 24/7 Miami. When we come back, the mayor will be in the building. So keep it locked right here, 247miami.tv.
Hey, what's up? This is WWE superstar John Cena. You are 247miami.tv.
On 247miami.tv.
I'm Craig Cook, host of Metal and Mayhem. I'm bringing you a brand new season of Metal and Mayhem this fall right here on 247miami.tv. Follow me on Twitter at @RealCraigCook to submit your requests and have all your feedback made fun of live on the air. Metal and Mayhem, Fridays this fall, 247miami.tv.
You know why we pulled you over?
Was it because I was speeding?
No, it's because you weren't listening to the.
Tune in Thursdays at 8 p.m. on 247 Miami.
This is Wilma Shakespeare,
Anger,
and Disaster Chief
from Miami's Vice City Rollers, inviting you to tune in to Rink Rash Radio on 247miami.tv. New shows every Saturday at 9 p.m.
with encore replays Monday at noon and 10 p.m., Tuesdays at 10 a.m.,
and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and again at 10 p.m.
Find out everything you've ever wanted to know about roller derby in the 305.
Get the 411 on the women's team,
the men's team,
and even the juniors.
Rink Rash Radio.
Rink Rash Radio.
Rink Rash Radio.
On 247miami.tv.
Calor y sabor. Todos los jueves a las 6 de la tarde, con tu amiga Diana Carolina, te traigo Sabor de Miami, un show de entretenimiento, desde noticias hasta un Throwback Thursday. No te lo pierdas. 1 hora de calor y sabor. Aquí en 24/7 Miami.
Hi guys, I'm James.
I'm Adrian.
We've got some very exciting news about our upcoming show,
Cannon Fire.
What are we going to talk about, Adrian?
We're going to talk about everything science fiction.
So, movies?
Yes.
Video games?
Yes.
TV shows?
Checkmate on that.
Awesome. We're also going to be seen around our local comic book events. So you're going to see us at a lot of cons, hopefully at some of the comic book shops around town.
Hopefully they be giving free stuff and we'll let you know about it.
That'd be awesome. And we've also got some interviews lined up for you guys. So please remember to check us out on 247miami.tv.
And like us on Facebook.
Well, there's no question. This is a sweet day. This was a sweet victory. To me, this victory sort of is a great example of what this entire season has been like. It hasn't been easy. it's been a lot of different people stepping up, doing their parts at different times. Starters, non-starters, becoming starters, and both our safeties get hurt today, and we got some guys go in there and step up and help us get that win. So it's been a unique season. There's no question about it. And this game today was a unique football game, but everybody did their part. Truly was a team win. No, yeah, I don't think I got us out of it, but we knew it was going to be a challenge running the ball. They have an excellent front. They got some stout guys up there, but we felt like we had to stay committed to it just to try to create some balance and not become one-dimensional where we were throwing every time. We played these guys last year, and that's what happened. We got behind, and we threw it every time, and they can force you to do that, and that's not a good recipe for having a chance to beat those guys. And so keeping some kind of balance, whether you were productive or not, I thought that was important in the run game.
All right, the John Ech Show, 24/7 Miami.tv. A couple games tonight. College basketball. Number 20 Duke is here in Miami versus our Miami Hurricanes. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. And in the NBA, we got the Heat and the Bulls in Chicago. 8 o'clock tip-off. Our Miami Heat versus the Chicago Bulls. But now, right now, it is 4 o'clock. The mayor is in the building from Mixer.com. His show is on every Tuesday from 8 to 10. You can find him on Facebook and Twitter. And just search Mayor. Just search after further review. And on Twitter is left-handed. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, it is. All day long. What's going on, man? Peace.
How you doing up there with all that snow, man? That's what me and the producer here were talking and saying, I wonder if the mayor's okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm good, man. Everything's everything, man. Just got some exercise on and shoveling out and things of that nature. Everything is slowly but surely getting back to normal, man, because it was crazy up here, man. Real crazy. We got hit with 25 inches, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. So, today and the rest of the week is going to really, tell it, because it's going to start to melt and freeze and melt and freeze. You know how that goes. So,
yeah.
Everything's shut down, you know what I mean? But slowly but surely, everything coming back to order, man. But, I'm in the building, man, live and direct with my man to them. My Miami connection and all of that. 4 o'clock on Mondays like we do. So, what we talking about, kid?
Let's start with the NFL. Your predictions your predictions came to pass, man.
Well, I was gonna let you say it.
Congrats. And I agree with you with let's start with the AFC. And I said if Denver's defense is so good, shut down corners, linebackers, good safeties, and they're gonna put a lot of pressure on Tom Brady, I think Denver was gonna win this game. Denver does win this game 20-18, Mayor. Your opinion, your thoughts on the game?
I would like to register this game as a classic game, man, because every play, especially going down the stretch, man, you're on the edge of your seat waiting to see what New England was going to do, how they were going to pull it out, and the catch by Gronkowski with like 12 seconds left was like, wow, these guys is doing it again. But everything that led up to that moment, man, the Denver Broncos played, it took you to the edge, but they didn't fall off. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Manning with the third down scramble, I think that's going to be one of the plays that people should really remember and talk about, because nobody, would have expected that a 12-yard run by Peyton Manning would help kind of like, seize the game, and help make sure that the game is going to be in play for the Denver Broncos, man. New England did everything that they could. The Gostkowski missed early in the game, came back to be important. First extra point miss in 524 tries for Stephen Gostkowski. Nobody expected that.
Right.
Tom Brady, he got hit time and time again. That left it up to the Denver defense that made their plays. And a lot of balls bouncing around, popped up. Great game, in a great series, Manning against, Tom Brady, but it wasn't really Peyton Manning against Tom Brady's, their teams against their teams. And a shout out to Peyton, man. And again, I called it because I thought that, Denver would stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Not that New England wouldn't. And both of them teams did, man. They did stand up, man. But, a play here, like I said, the Peyton Manning scramble for 12 yards, you know what I mean? That was very important. The interceptions, man, towards the end of the game, they were very important, man. I think that, the right team won, if you ask me, because I picked them.
Well, what did you think of Belichick's decision to go for it on fourth down? He did it twice, and it bit him in the butt.
Well, you live by the gamble, you die by the gamble. Belichick is known as that, is known as that guy that's the genius. Whatever he does is going to be, looked at as what was supposed to be had done.
Yeah.
But there's no way you're going to stop guys like Von Miller, who's coming at you hard body on every play, DeMarcus Ware, and the guys in the secondary. And again, man, Bill Belichick thinks that he's smarter than everybody. Man.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's going to work, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
So this is just one of those times that it didn't work. But I want to shout out to my man Brock Osweiler.
Yeah.
Who will be going to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So after all this time, man, Peyton, he starts, then he gets, it does with this situation. Osweiler steps in and does admirably. You know what I mean? And he did well enough to help them. You know what I mean? So they can talk about how Osweiler really was important in the Super Bowl run. I want to hear how much how important he was. I want to hear that. We all saw it. Shout out to Von Miller, 2.5 sacks and an interception. He was in the Patriots backfield all day.
Yep.
Wasn't really the best Peyton Manning we saw, but 17 completions were enough. The two most important were the touchdowns to Owen Daniels.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he came up big in the game. The play where the dump off screen to Ronnie Hillman, where it was a backwards pass,
right,
and Jonathan Freeman recovered. I just think kind of sort of that. Denver kind of fell into a lapse. That happens when you play in those big playoff games, but it didn't come back to bite them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? In previous playoff and postseason games against New England, things happen where teams just kind of like they're in the game for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, the snowball effect happens. One thing happens, a turnover, New England turns into a touchdown. Next thing you know, they're down 17-3, and then the snowball effect from there. It didn't happen yesterday.
Right.
Denver didn't allow that to happen. So shout out to them, man. And it was a good game, and I'm looking forward to seeing, what the Broncos do in the Super Bowl.
Me and Mr. Producer here, we were talking about how the Denver Broncos should be thanking the Miami Dolphins, because if the Patriots would have beaten the Dolphins in that last game of the regular season, that game would have been in Foxborough.
There you go. So again, you're absolutely right, and that that takes into account now of do we put the foot on people's necks? Do we play to make sure we lock up what we need to lock up?
Yeah.
Or because we're in the playoffs now, can we sit Brady, or can we sit somebody and whatever? Just take that game as it comes. But as you know, it bit them in the butt again. So if they, again, like you said, they would have beat Miami.
Right.
The game would have been in Foxborough. Maybe it would have been a different turnaround. And not for nothing, much as Ed Hockley and them tried to help New England out.
They sure did.
I'm not going to try. I don't want to, say nothing disparaging about the NFL. I won't get no trouble in nothing like that.
Right.
As much as every penalty, the man ran out of bounds, and he ran back in, and he did run back in time. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
On the punt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't understand. They were making up. I mean, I'm saying that they were making up rules, but come on, John.
Yeah.
Well, come on, man. So again, man, Denver got away and they won the game, and New England fans are steamed, and now they know how it feels to be on the other side of a situation. So shout out once again to the Denver Broncos, man. And shout out to Miami Dolphins.
Peyton Manning, 4th trip to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He surpasses John Elway as the oldest quarterback to take his team to the Super Bowl. So, man, Peyton Manning, I think the game plan was for him, even though he did throw some deep balls, but the game plan was just for him not to make the mistake, which he wasn't going to make the mistake. He's a veteran quarterback. He's not going to make a crucial mistake like, doing something crazy. But the defense is, in my opinion, was the defense was the one that won the game for them.
Oh, no doubt, for sure. The defense definitely came up big. They had to all day.
Yeah.
The passes that Peyton Manning did make, some of them were ducks, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
They were waiting, waiting to be picked off. They were floating through the air like you in a movie or something, waiting for the ball to be caught.
Right.
That's how slow Peyton Manning's passes were traveling.
Yeah.
But real talk, the defense stood tall for Denver. We had Demaryius Thomas did have his problems with the drops again.
Yeah.
We notice everything over here. That's how we talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but again, it wasn't as blatant as it been in prior games. Denver came through. Peyton Manning came through. The running game did what it was supposed to do.
Right.
And as far as New England is concerned, man, I just think that people now coming up with all these excuses. They didn't have enough this. They needed some more of that. And they needed nothing. They had everything that they needed. They just got beat by a better team.
Exactly.
Even Gostkowski, missed the field goal. And again, man, it came down to the last seconds. That's one thing I say about this Bill Belichick era, man. These New England Patriots. These games come down to and they win them in any way, shape, or fashion, man. Nobody saw that last second touchdown of Gronkowski, but he made it.
Right.
Made the game, had everybody on the edge of their seat, man.
Yeah.
Like, how's New England gonna pull this one out? You know, real talk.
Brady was falling back, and he just threw it right down the middle, and boom.
Oh
Gronkowski
man,
ended up catching the ball.
And what do you think? Let me ask you guys. What did you think of that last play where he threw it up to Gronkowski? Was that pass interference?
No, I wouldn't call that.
No way.
No
way.
He was.
You can't call it in that situation.
Yeah.
Right. No doubt. And as far as Peyton, going back to the Super Bowl again, I think this is the story fulfilled. This is the story everybody wanted to see.
Exactly.
At the beginning of the season, they were like, well, they have a Super Bowl worthy team. Can Peyton Manning do it? So now here's the last hurrah. So now it's 2 weeks full of time. And, shout out to the John Ech Show and everybody, associated with it. Do not ask me who's going to win the game.
I'll ask you next week. Don't worry. All right, the mayor's in the building.
Do not ask me who's going to win the game, because I think, and I think because, let everybody talk about the dramatics of what happened yesterday. That's what's going to happen today and tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
Wednesday is going to start talking about. Let's talk about the game. Then this week is gone. Then next week is going to be all talk about the Super Bowl, in which I want to see how. America is going to fluctuate their language now, because this is the game that you wanted. Yeah. Okay, you got, and you're hearing it already. I heard it last night as soon as the game was over. Cam Newton is this, Cam Newton is that. You're going to hear a whole bunch of that between now and game time.
Yeah,
the comparison. So really, I just speak my piece about the game. It was great. Shout out to Denver. Let's get into the other game, and then we're going to talk some NBA, because we got a lot of football to talk between now and the Super Bowl.
Definitely,
man. So definitely get into it, man. Salute.
The mayor's in the building from Mixer.com, 8 to 10 every Tuesday. Catch a show on Mixer.com. The line for that Super Bowl game, and I'll get to the Carolina game real quick. The line started at 3. Carolina was favorite. Now it's going up to 5.5. So everybody's laying their money on Carolina. But we'll talk about that next week. But
okay.
Let's talk about the Carolina game. Blowout 49-15 over the Arizona Cardinals. I think the big play was the interception right before the half, and I think
which one?
I know which one. No, I'm talking about right. I think it was like a minute left in the half. Palmer threw that interception in the corner. It got picked off. I think that was the momentum killer there, and they go into halftime, down and out, in my opinion. So, what did you see in that game? What obviously Cam Newton was awesome, as he's always been. What'd you see in that game?
All right. Even before the game started, I think it was a psychological ploy where Cam Newton and they came out for the pregame warm-ups, and he just took he just laid down on the Arizona side of the field. That was kind of like crazy, where he's like, okay, you in my house, this is my rules, this is how it's going down. Arizona, for the season that they had, which was a pretty decent season, they were turned into a non-factor. I kind of knew it going in that, Arizona was going to be the one with the stars in their eyes. You know what I mean? Simply because the game was on the road. It was such a big game. Carson Palmer did, what Carson Palmer does.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disparage the guy, but again, man, you're supposed to be this guy that, it's all set up for you now. You can't throw the ball away like that and turn it over. I'm not glossing over the fact that Larry Fitzgerald has some nice drops. You know what I'm saying? And it was just that, they were just too much, man. Once they got ahead 17-0 in the first quarter, to me, it was kind of a done deal. They were, kind of wishing that Arizona had a moment here and there, but every moment that Arizona got, Carolina got 2 or 3 of them. Right. And the next thing you know, it was 49-15. There was no way for them to come back. So they just kind of like, just made it a coronation for Carolina in a couple of ways, where it was just like proof positive. Arizona's supposed to be one of the top teams in the league, and Carolina just came in this wiped the field with them, And I don't know what else to say. Carson Palmer was sacked and fumbled all day. He just made the Carolina defense look more spectacular than what we thought they were going in. Yeah. We can quote the big homie Dennis Green. They are what we thought they were. Straight like that. They tried. They had their moments. I'm not going to take nothing away, but when you have a team that's strong like that, man, it's just 60 minutes between them and the Super Bowl. I don't think you're gonna stop them, man, especially with the momentum that they have.
Yeah.
And they're doing this all again, man, without Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kelvin Benjamin, man.
Yeah, who blew out his knee
You know what
in
I'm saying?
preseason. Jeez.
Shout out to him, man, because I think that, even when they had him, the talk was that this Carolina team is deep.
Yeah.
So they didn't have him all season long, and look what happens.
Yeah.
Going back real quick, man, to your talk about the spread for the game. Do you think that they're making it just to get that early money? Because a lot of this is the first day.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it was from 3 to 5. So I think that that's why I said the rest of this week you got it to go up and down. Then you got the all next week for it to go up and down. So I'm not really even putting that much credence into the line to the spread because it's going to be a lot closer than what people think it is. By the time February 7th rolled around, over the morning of February 7th, I think the spread is going to be close.
Really?
I don't know who's going to be favored. Yeah, man.
I think in my opinion, I think a lot of people are going to put their money on Carolina. That's why the spread is going high. I don't know.
You got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The Denver defense got 2 weeks to get right.
You're right.
That Denver defense is no joke.
Yeah, you're right.
And again, I'm putting into what I watched when Carolina played Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought that game was over. In the second half,
Yeah.
you looked at that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not really saying that Carolina's gonna, run away with it. I'm not saying that Denver's gonna give it up, but I think that Denver has a lot of stuff that they got to deal with. They was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Remember what happened?
Right.
They don't want to go back again.
Mm.
So and do have the same outcome. So a lot of pressures on this game, man. But it's not gonna ramp up until next week. I'm telling you, that's when it's gonna ramp up. All we need is to get through this week of the talk or whatever the case may be. Nobody get hurt. Everybody get their bumps and bruises together. And next week, let's get this because this is going to be a great game.
Yeah.
But I don't even want to get too hyped for it because we still got 2 weeks to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to temper myself.
Mr. Producer has a question
Yeah,
for
Mikey
you.
Mike here, dude.
Yes, sir. What's up, Playboy?
Hey, what do you think about this matchup between the Panthers and the Broncos? Because I think the Panthers have a good chance to win because they have a strong defense. And also, if Cam Newton gets hot and puts a couple of points on the board before the Broncos, I don't think Manning's going to be able to match it with that arm of his.
Okay, respect to you, man, and all of that right there. I think that, again, Carolina has the weapons to make this a blowout. And Carolina also has the lack of experience and the lack of poise in these big games to make that mistake that keeps Denver in the game.
Good point.
I think that Cam Newton is going to have to worry about, Von Miller. He's going to have to worry about Roby. He's going to have to worry about, Talib. He's going to have to worry about that defense. That's the only thing. That's the thing right there that's keeping this game, as a toss-up for me right now. Because again, we still got 2 weeks to go. But again, I'm not really saying that Carolina's going to run down the field and score 40 or 50 points. I'm not seeing that Carolina offense like I saw in the Seattle offense when they played in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Nobody saw them scoring 43 points on that defense either.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So again, I'm looking at Carolina with kind of a jaundiced eye now. Did they get that second half of them out of their system that they played against Seattle? Because they looked good in the second half against Arizona. Like my man said earlier, they was intercepted. It was a whiplash game. Everything that Carson Palmer got ran back the other way. You know what I'm saying? So again, we got 2 weeks to prepare. I don't think that that Peyton Manning is going to be worried about how Carolina's secondary and defense is going to be affecting him right now. He's going to worry about Josh Norman and those guys coming up next week and the next upcoming days. I don't think that Cam Newton's going to be really worried about how DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller is going to attack him right now. So they have to worry about how they're going to plan against that. And I think next week is going to really be important and crucial for people to pay attention to what's going on to the Super Bowl. But again, man, shout out to you, man, the producer guy in the back. That's my homie right there. He ain't say nothing about me going 9-1 in the postseason.
Man,
it's all good.
The mayor's in the building, Mixer.com.
Yes, sir.
8 to 10 every Tuesday. Catch his show on Mixer.com. All right, let's switch gears to the NBA real quick.
All right.
We got about 10 minutes here. Let's start with your Knicks. 22-24, 5-5, last 10 games. You guys had a 6-game winning streak. Your thoughts?
You forgot to add that 2-game loser streak that we're currently on right
that
now.
2-game loser. You got
Again, man, again, it's a work in progress, man. And I think that some words are starting to come to fruition, and people are starting to see what it really is, man.
Yeah.
I was thinking when we won, we had a chance to get to 500. We had a chance to really, kind of like get some kind of respect, man. But it seems like we got the respect that we wanted, but now we don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? 22 and 24 is not a good look. It's not really conducive to trying to get you to be an over 500 team. I just think that the reality is starting to set in now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to look at it as anything more than that. That's still my team. I respect them, but from the talk is really certainly quieted down from early in the season. Porzingis is going to win Rookie of the Year, and the Knicks going to win this and that. What I said, all I said was just relax, calm down. Let the season play itself out. So now things are starting to take its normal shape. 22 and 24. I'm still, am I content? No. Am I satisfied? No. Am I okay? I'm okay with it because it's better than where we were last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, it's a lot of work to do, man. But what I wanted to get into, man, was the All-Star picks.
Well, before you get there, I heard you on Star Live and Direct saying that that you didn't want Derek Fisher as the coach anymore.
No, I don't really see him as the coach, for the Knicks when they get good. That's what I said. I said when the Knicks get good, Derek Fisher is not going to be the coach.
Yeah.
But the simple fact that, again, I think that right now the test pattern is still being developed in a manner of speaking. Phil Jackson is still putting out there what he wants. Now he has his man, his veteran president, Carmelo Anthony. He has his rookie, and of course, Kristaps Porzingis, which is working out. We got to step it up on the defensive end. The defensive intensity kind of left after the first game against Milwaukee. We had all the defensive intensity in the world against that first game against Milwaukee. We had the rotations right. Everybody was, the spacing was right. Now you're kind of picking the team apart now. What happened to that intensity? What happened to those rotations? Why isn't Derek Williams or those guys becoming more factors like they were earlier in the season? And I think it's because it's called a season. It's called the season for a reason.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna have your ups and downs, you're gonna have your moments, you have your peaks and valleys. And right now the Knicks are just, starting to stare reality in the face, man. And Derek Fisher, I think that again, like I said, bottom line is that when the Knicks get good, and when I mean by good, John, is home court advantage good. That's what I mean by good. You know what I'm saying now?
I hear you.
Home court advantage. So when they get that good, I don't think Derek Fisher is going to be the coach.
What's going on with Pat Ewing? He's sitting as an assistant coach with Charlotte for so many years. Do you see him ever coming to the Knicks as being a coach?
Yeah, when the Charlotte Hornets are visiting. I don't want to take nothing away from Patrick Ewing. Great Knicks, one of the greatest Knicks of all time.
Jordan sees something in him, man. He's been sitting there for a long time. I know he's learning. He's learning. I think he's. Yeah, go ahead.
He's learning. Definitely, I agree with you on that. But then that's his man. He was buffing it on him in his face his whole career. You know what I mean? And Patrick Ewing, not saying nothing wrong with him, you know what I mean? But let him go through his progression, man. You don't want to give him that title as head coach or nothing like that with a bad team.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I mean? You want to let him go through his motions, man. Let him do what he needs to do. Put him in some situations where, a Clifford, let's just say, well, you handle this. The last 5-10 minutes of the game or whatever. Maybe if the Hornets are down by a bunch and Clifford needs to get thrown out the game, you know how they do. The coach gets run or whatever. Put Patrick Ewing in that situation. But as far as him being a head coach for 82 games in the NBA season right now, nah. Let him do what he do. Mm-hmm. Let him walk his baby steps. You know what I'm saying? And do what he do. And then maybe, when he gets comfortable with a situation that will help him, not a situation that make him look bad.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember Mark Jackson being put in those situations that made him look bad.
Right.
And that team is going on to try to win them a second title in a row, but nobody never talks about how that's Mark Jackson's team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. What about this trade rumor that I was hearing? Aflalo, Calderon, and a first-round draft pick for Derrick Rose. Would you pull the trigger? Would you pull the trigger on that type of trade?
Nope. Because I think that right now, at this point in the game, the Chicago Bulls are kind of realizing what they have, and now they're trying to realize, what they have is, maybe they want to get something back, in value for it. Because a couple, 2 or 3, 4 years ago, even before Derrick Rose was really coming down with his injury bug thing, man, they wasn't trying to let go of Derrick Rose. So look at what you just told me. A follow and who else?
Calderon.
Uh-huh.
And a first-round draft pick for D Rose.
If I could trust it, I'd do it. To answer your question, but then you don't really know what Derrick Rose you're going to get.
Yeah.
If I could trust it, I'd do it. Just keeping it real with you, like we do on the John Ech Show every Monday at 4:00.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So again, man, but right now I'm like, I don't know, John. I don't know about that.
I was watching the Bulls when they blew out the Cavs, and we'll get to the Cavs of the Blatt firing. I was watching the Bulls are running their offense through Jimmy Butler.
Yes, sir.
And Derrick Rose he's not even bringing the ball down anymore. I was watching that game closely and to see how Jimmy Butler, how they're handling Jimmy Butler, and he's the one. The offense runs through him, not Derrick Rose.
The writing's on the wall, ain't it?
Yeah.
So now, like we talked about just now, man, they're trying to, if they whatever offer that they can get over on somebody with.
Yeah.
Because again, I think that they're tired of dealing with that Derrick Rose situation. I don't want that on my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Then look at what they're giving you. They're just trying to, flea market this dude.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you run that past the Bulls like 4 years ago.
No. Yeah.
The draft pick for Derrick Rose. They'll look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah. So did you really?
Now they're trying to give him away.
Yeah. Did you really believe that LeBron James didn't know that David Blatt was going to get fired?
No. Nope. I didn't. I don't really buy into that. I never believed it. I never considered it. I never thought about it. Because I think that even when they got David Blatt, that was before they knew LeBron was coming back. So that gives them an automatic out. Okay. Mm-hmm. So even though that he was 31-11 or whatever his record may have been, that was never going to be good enough. That was never going to be good enough because the team didn't look like they were happy that he was there. Everybody, it wasn't no secret that, LeBron was in love with Tyronn Lue.
Right.
You know what I mean? And kind of like deferred his coaching, whatever he coaches, he gonna listen to. He listened to Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
David Blatt would get the advice from Tyronn Lue, and then he would go kick it to the team. So again, what is David Blatt doing there?
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, like I said, when I first heard it, the firing was going down. I can't wait to read David Blatt's memoirs. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, man, I didn't believe that at all, man.
All right, the mayor. Go ahead. The mayor.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. The mayor from Mixer.com, 8 to 10 every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Catch a show every Tuesday from 8 to 10. All right. What's your opinion on the All-Star game?
Real quick, man, because I'm getting ready to get out of here, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
I just wanted to slide this past you right quick. We could chop it up. My Eastern All-Star team. This is after further review now. There's nobody else for us. We got Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. That's the backcourt in the East.
Wait, let me write this down. Okay, Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry. Okay.
DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
Paul George.
And
LeBron James. That's the starting five for the East.
Woo. Okay.
Okay. For the West, I got Steph Curry.
Got it.
Kobe Bryant.
Got it.
Draymond Green.
Whoa. Okay.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Guy's unbelievable. 48 points last night, Mayor. 48.
And Kevin Durant for the West.
Okay.
Okay. Now, real quick now, if you're gonna, give Kobe Bryant the proverbial, old guy spot, I was gonna have a proverbial old guy spot for Tim Duncan. But I said, you know what? I'll have him on the bench. I know that this is already starting a lot of conversation, but I have my reasons for doing what I do. No Dwayne Wade.
Right.
So what? You know what I'm saying? No Carmelo Anthony. I'm a Knicks fan. So what? That's how I do. And that's it. We'll get into it later on down the line. You know how to get me. I'm on Twitter, left-handed. After further review on Facebook. I appreciate my man John Ech for letting me come through every Monday and do what I do. We have some fun, but we really serious about what we do. My show is on tomorrow night, 8 to 10 p.m. on Mixler.com. It's called After Further Review 2.0, a.k.a. the Sideline Pass. We're going to get into a lot of that stuff, man. John, come through. My man John is heavy in the chat room.
I'll be there tomorrow.
So I had to put that out there.
My bad. Yeah, my bad last week. I couldn't get on. I had the kids and all that stuff. I couldn't get on last week, but I'll be on tomorrow for sure.
I appreciate you, man. And to my homie in the back, man, you hold it down. We'll talk to you next week, man. I'm about to slide out of here, man.
You got to have a prediction next week. You got to give us a prediction on the Super Bowl.
oh man, I'm working on it, eating my cereal, man, and doing what I do, man. I'm gonna come up with a formula and a plan because I'm, I want to brag on that, but I was 9-1 in the postseason.
9-1, we got it.
9-1, baby.
I got the archives. I got all the rebroadcasts there. It's on.
That's right. That's
Hey,
right. That's right.
He shut me up.
Check me.
You shut me up a couple times, man. You shut me up.
Hey man, shout out to you and your Washington team, man. Y'all be all right.
All right, Mayor. Thanks for
y'all next week.
Thanks, Mayor. Take care.
All right, peace.
Okay. That was the Mayor, Mixer.com, every Tuesday, 8 to 10 on Facebook after further review, on Twitter, left-handed. All right, Mike and Mike, we got another segment left. We got a lot of things to talk about, and you're going to talk about the Pro Bowl, who from the Dolphins made the Pro Bowl, so make sure you're ready for that. And also got a little things on golf, how I think it's in good shape, and the Marlins report in a couple weeks, and some other things. So just keep it locked right here on the John Ech Show on 247miami.tv.
Hey, I'm Kevin Hart.
And I'm Josh Gad.
And right now we're on 24/7 Miami. That's right.
Recording Marjorie's promo.
Hello, Masita Rica is here from The Fix at 6. You can catch a new episode every Friday at 6 and various replays throughout the week here only on 247miami.tv.
All right, we need a catchphrase.
Listen up or I'll kick your butt. The Fix at 6 will make you jump. Masita's Lady Lumps want to make you hump. Oh yeah, throw a fist pump. Only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, Mike, you ready to record this promo?
Let's do it.
Ha, ha. Clear your throat. Ha, All right, here we go. Ready? Play. Hey, Mike, if you want to hear the best sports talk in the 305, where do you go?
Just log on to 247miami.tv.
What time and when, Mike?
Every Monday from 3 to 5, and also catch replays throughout the week.
Yeah, we talk Marlins, Heat, Hurricanes, and the Dolphins. So again, Mike, where do people go to catch the John Ech Show?
247miami.tv.
Peace.
I'm Dr. J, host of the OT Fantasy Football Doctors, along with Good Goody, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on 247miami.tv, where we tackle the NFL's most important fantasy-related injury news and notes for the week.
We run you through all the tests, checking up on ads and drops, evaluating your lineups, and diagnosing upcoming matches to exploit, so you can go back to feeling good.
You can hear all this and more on the OT Fantasy Football Doctors
On Tuesday
at 8 p.m. on 247miami.tv.
Hi, this is Kathy Whitmire, LMHC. I'm Barbie Bonder, LCSW. And I'm Arlene Thielon, a psychotherapist. And we're from The Female Perspective, a show about life, love, and everything in between. Check out our show on Mondays at 10 p.m. on 247miami.tv.
All right, John Ech Show, 247miami.tv. Tonight's topic, Cam versus Peyton. We talked a lot about football in our first segment, and also with the Mayor. 9-1 in his predictions. So shout out to the Mayor from Mixer.com. You catch a show every Tuesday from 8 to 10 on Mixer.com. All right, a couple games, college basketball. We got the Duke Blue Devils in town, number 20 versus our Miami Hurricanes, who are ranked 15th right now. Miami's favored by 2.5 points. 7 o'clock tip-off at the Bank Atlantic Center. I hope I'm saying this right. Is it the Bank Atlantic Center over there? Somebody let me know.
I want to say, God, man,
it's not the Bank Atlantic. It's the Bank United Center. That's what it is.
Is that what it is now?
I think it's the Bank United Center. I could be wrong, but it's in Coral Gables. It's on campus.
We really need to get on top of our stuff, man.
They keep on switching the names of the stadiums all the time, so I'm lost, man. And on the NBA, the Heat are in Chicago. It's gonna be a good game tonight. Hopefully, we have Wade will be in good shape to play, and Whiteside. Those guys are questionable for tonight's game. The Mayor had his all-star picks, which were good ones, but here are the ones that the fans voted. In the Eastern Conference, LeBron James, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwayne Wade. In the West, Steph Curry, Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, and the one and only Kobe Bryant. And the coaches will pick the reserves. But golf is in good shape, I think. Those who love the game of golf, Spieth, Fowler, and McIlroy were out playing in the same group at Abu Dhabi, and Ricky Fowler ended up winning that tournament. A lot of other good players were in. European players were in that tournament. I think it's a good shape. You know, we lost Tiger. Hopefully, he makes a good, strong comeback. But I think with these young guys, there's also a couple other guys like Dustin Johnson. Who else is out there? Other young guys that are stars, but these are the stars of the PGA right here. Jordan Spieth, Ricky Fowler, and Rory McIlroy. And you got Bubba, and you got these other guys. But these are the three main guys that looks like the PGA is focusing on. And hopefully this is the three guys that could bring back golf to where it used to be when Tiger was dominating. Shout out to Justin Duffner. He ended up winning out in California. The Marlins report in a couple weeks. Pitchers and catchers. Looking forward to the baseball season. Don Mattingly is the new manager there, and they signed my man Dee Gordon for $50 million. Won the batting championship, and also stole more bases. So and had more hits than anybody in the league. So congratulations to Dee Gordon. Mike Francesa, who is my idol, who I look up to, who's the guy, you know, I've been listening to him for a long time. He's a New York guy, even though I'm from Chicago, Miami. But I do listen to, I think New York sports radio is the best. If you want to really listen to true sports radio, you listen to what's going on in New York, because those, you know, the fans are passionate. Every call is a passionate fan who calls and you know, loves their Jets, the Giants, their Knicks, and all that stuff. And I'm hoping now in Miami, Mikey Mike, with this new generation, there is a new generation here in Miami. We're starting to get, you know, there's like when I came in the late 80s, early 90s, there were still, you know, there's still transplants now, but back then there was nobody loved the home teams except for the Dolphins and the Hurricanes. But you know, nobody loved the Marlins as much as some of the fans do now. So it's growing. So, you know, I have two kids, and I'm raising them up to like Miami sports. I'm not raising them up to love Chicago, where I grew up, Chicago sports.
Yeah. So
I think give it a couple more years, and we'll see a good fan base down here in South Florida. I don't believe in that theory of you know how they say, Mike, that there's too many things to do here in Miami. That's why you don't really get true sports fans here.
Well, I mean, it's not that we don't have true sports fans here, but if a team's not doing well, there's other alternatives to go.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to pay money to watch a bad football team because in Miami there's so many other things to do. You could go kayaking, you could go to clubs, you could go to bars, there's so many events in Miami that, like, if a team's not doing well, you don't need to spend your money to go. It's not like Cleveland. God, man, I wish I had some sound bites to hate on Cleveland. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
well, in Chicago there's a lot of things to do.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
Chicago's a good place.
And the people who follow the Cubs,
yeah,
they're in last place. They're one of the worst teams in baseball, and they still go see them.
Yeah, I know, but the Cubs have a really long tradition.
Yeah.
I mean, unlike the Marlins. I mean, the Marlins have won the World Series a couple times.
Two of them, yeah.
But they're always they never try to compete. That's the thing about the Marlins. They don't try to compete. And when you're not even trying, then fans are really not going to go.
Yeah. So Mike Francesa is leaving WFAN, the legendary WFAN, after 2017. So he said he's not retiring. That he's still going to do some type of sports somewhere, but he is going to leave WFAN after being there over 20 years. Legendary Mike Francesa. Those who know Mike Francesa, he had that show Mike and the Mad Dog with Chris Russo. They split up a couple years ago, and Chris Russo ended up going to Sirius Radio, where he does his baseball show. And Mike Francesa decided to stay at FAN, and he's been doing a great job there. True sports guy, and we wish him luck. Also, Sid Rosenberg, because I follow him on Twitter and also on Facebook. He says he's coming out with a big announcement today of, he was let go by 640 Sports, and he's coming out with a big announcement on his plans of, his radio to see where he's going to be doing next. So
well, I like Sid.
Yeah.
But the problem with Sid is that he's always getting on all these out of the workplace incidents.
Well, that hasn't happened in a long time. He's been good, but he does have. He's very controversial. He's one of those guys that speaks what he has in his heart, and sometimes it ends up being
I know,
either controversial, it could be hurtful, but that's radio.
I think. Yeah, but I don't think that I don't mind him being controversial or anything, because I think it's good for the radio. I think he does his job very, very well. I think he has his own inner demons that he needs to get straightened out so that he can, maintain a steady job. And I mean, I hope he does, because I used to listen to him all the time.
But he was let go from 640 not because of what he did. He used the budget was that's what I heard. I don't know. I could be wrong. The budget was. They didn't want to pay him all that money that they paid him. They paid him a lot of money. So
financial decisions play a factor too. But he'll find work somewhere. Because,
for sure, he's a talent.
Yeah, exactly. He's very, very talented, and he does his job very, very well.
Yeah, I'm excited for golf, man. Golf's just started a couple weeks ago in Hawaii, and the Florida Swing is coming up in a couple weeks. They'll be down here at Doral. They'll be up in West Palm Beach, Orlando, Jacksonville. So very, very excited for this year's golf season. All right, Mike.
Yeah.
He's got good news.
I got exciting news for Dolphins fans.
There you go.
4 or 5 of your players have been elected to the Pro Bowl. We got
4 to 5 players?
Yeah, let me see. I wrote them all down here.
Let me write this down.
We got Jarvis Landry.
Okay, deservedly so.
Yeah, deservedly so with that monster year. I wish he had more touchdowns, but I mean, it's Tannehill's fault.
Okay.
But a lot of catches. He made the Pro Bowl with 110 catches, 1,157 yards, 4 touchdowns. Matt Darr made it too with a net punt average of 47.6 yards. Brandon Albert was added to the Pro Bowl roster. That's going to be his second Pro Bowl and his first with the Dolphins. What else here? And today I got news that Rashad Jones was added to the Pro Bowl due to an alternate. As an alternate, Rashad Jones and Brent Grimes were added as alternates.
Brent Grimes?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Because of injuries to Reggie Nelson of the Bengals and Broncos Aqib Talib. He's not injured, but he wanted to play in the Super Bowl.
Of course.
So he's not playing in the Pro Bowl.
So you got Jarvis Landry, Rashad Jones, Brent Grimes, and who else?
Matt Darr and Brandon Albert.
Brandon Albert made the Pro Bowl?
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, Jarvis and Albert were also added as due to injuries to other players. That they're replacements.
Pouncey should have made it. He did make it, but he couldn't play because
yeah. Pouncey was also there. So yeah, man, that's good, and I'm so happy for Rashad Jones because he got slighted really
Why?
bad.
Why do you think so?
Popularity. That's the only thing I could think of because he outproduced every other safety in the league this year.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at Rashad's stats. I'm gonna find them for you right now.
Who's better than him in the in the AFC?
Nobody. He outproduced everybody. He had I think he had 100-something tackles. The only reason why is that
losing team.
Yeah, because he was on a losing team and he wasn't a popular player around a nationally popular player, which is stupid. Because I think if you're the best safety and your stats show that, you should be automatically thrown in there as the first person. And then when the league gets down to, I don't know if it should be this person or that person, then you can play the popularity contest. But for a guy who's the best in the league this year at safety, I'm so happy for him because he deserves it more than anybody else.
Yeah, he should have been a first.
And he's a beast. That guy's a beast.
Oh man!
And sometimes he made some bad plays this year, but I think that's just because in his mind he knew that that the defense was bad, and I think he wanted to
Trying to do too much?
Yeah, try and do too much. Try to make up for other positions on the team.
Yeah.
That was why you see him got burned a little bit by gambling a little bit more. But, oh, my God, I love Rashad
Brent
Jones.
Grimes got burned. So how the hell did he? Well, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like an injury thing. I don't think Brent Grimes should have made it this year per se.
Do you think these guys? Go to the Pro Bowl because obviously because of the money they get paid for going, but if you know deep,
I think you get an extra incentive of money if you make it to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, you do. But I'm saying deep inside, do you think Brent Grimes really thinks he's a Pro Bowler?
Maybe not.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he's going for the money.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the exposure.
But also
taking his family on a vacation.
I mean, it's a nice thing to put on your resume too. Another Pro Bowl. He's made 3 Pro Bowls as a Dolphin.
Yeah, but this year he didn't deserve it.
Yeah, no, I don't think he deserved it either. But
is he coming back?
I don't know what his problem is. I don't think it's age. It can't be age,
He's
right?
32 years old, right?
You can't just play awesome 1 year and then just drop off the next, but because of age, right?
I think after the injury, his Achilles slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's not really a tall guy. They put him against who they put when they got burned 2 weeks in a row against Sammy Watkins.
Yeah,
burned the hell out of him. And who was the other one after? It was back-to-back games. There were 2 receivers just totally.
I'm so glad I
destroyed him.
I forgot everything about the season. I'm so happy. Once the Dolphins season ended, I didn't want to remember anything. I just knew they were bad, and oh my God, they frustrate me. They frustrated me so much. I didn't even want to remember.
It was ex-Dolphin.
Brandon Marshall.
Yeah,
Brandon Marshall. There you go.
Excuse me. Yeah,
that's the game that I didn't get to watch because I was in the van. I was in a 16-hour drive from Tennessee down to Miami. Jeez. But I was listening to that game on the radio.
Don't you know how to do
but at the
DVR?
What?
You know how to DVR?
I couldn't. I was in Thanksgiving for the week.
I know, but do you know how to do that? Because I don't know how to do it.
DVR, you just go on your guide and you press the record button. There's a button on your remote that says press record. You just go on it.
I think I went on it. I think I don't have the compatible box. I need to get another box.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I was reading his article on Tannenbaum, how he's getting ready. He's going to the senior. Was it that game? The Senior Bowl that all these seniors in college, they go play. So a lot of people go out and scout. But what do you think about Deion Jordan?
Deion Jordan.
Is he gonna with the new coach, Adam Gase? Do you think he might keep him, or what's going? What do you think?
I don't know. I have no idea because the first season when he was a rookie, he was kind of in for pass rush situations, and he did do a fairly good job when he was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was it? The second season that he did he get suspended for 4 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had a couple blocked kicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple blocked field goals, which is nice to see. And then the third season, he was just out all year because of the PED thing,
right?
Suspension.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I don't know what to think of him. Like, when he's on the field, it seems like he makes an impact, but at the same time, he hasn't been on the field enough for me to even get like a good idea of him. So I don't even know what to think.
Well, they were saying that there's a possibility he might come back.
If you come back, I mean, we better not be friggin' expensive.
I think he's still. Man,
do they have to resign him, or is he still on the rookie?
He's still on the team.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could keep him, right? I mean,
I had high hopes on him, man.
Yeah, I did too. Everybody was
perfect
talking
body.
he had a perfect
athlete.
lean body to pass rush. But then I also heard that he doesn't use his hands enough. Like, he doesn't extend his arms when he engages with an offensive lineman. And then,
you think he was miscoached by the coaching staff they had here?
I don't know. That's another thing. Like, when you're an assistant coach and you're just a position coach, like, don't all position coaches teach you the same thing? Don't they all teach you to use your arms and your hips and all of that? You know what I mean?
Some coaches, they teach it. They teach the basics, which everybody teaches. But I'm saying some of them deliver it a little
in a different way,
more intense. I think. I don't know.
Maybe.
I never played football, but
You never played football?
Never put on pads before. I was a baseball player. I was looking for this questionnaire on Facebook that was on here. I was gonna do it to you. I was gonna give you the questions on if you have healthy poop.
If I have healthy poop.
Yeah, but I can't find it.
Most of the time, I do not.
They were asking questions like, how many times do you go a day? What does it look like? A submarine? Does it look like, I don't know. Does it look like
all right,
a cigar?
Well, how fat of a cigar are we talking? I don't know.
How many times do you go? I go like 8 times a day.
Oh, lucky you, dude. Nah, man.
You're a constipated guy?
I guess so.
No way.
I guess my metabolism's really slow.
There's days you don't go without doing it?
No, I mean, I think I do it every
some
day,
point in the
but
morning-
I just don't do it and a lot.
You don't wake up in the morning, you gotta go to the bathroom, take a dump?
Yeah, in the morning I definitely do.
Oh, in the morning.
But that's, I don't know, like the rest of the day, like maybe another time, but like I don't know, my metabolism's slow. It's, I don't know.
And my stomach is messed up. Everything goes right through me. Anything I eat,
That's
gone.
awesome. Lucky
Gone.
you.
But I'm still fat.
Like I move around. I go to the gym and work out. You think I'd be working it off more often?
Speaking of gym, I think I'm gonna join a gym too. I'm gonna join the LA Fitness, where they have a pool. I'm gonna go to a gym where there's a pool there. So I can go swim. I heard swimming is the best exercise.
Yeah, swimming
you could do.
Yeah, I had a friend a couple years ago. He went swimming and he got like really like toned up.
Really?
Just by swimming. It's crazy. It's because I guess you're working out like all, with the resistance of the water and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He told me that all he did was swim.
I got a buddy that said to do the no carb after 4 o'clock diet.
Yeah, that's another one. Dude.
After 4 p.m., no carbs.
Yeah, it's hard to stick to. Like no bread,
no beer.
Oh my God, no bread, no beer.
So
no alcohol.
yeah, that's what I asked him. I go, what about the beer? He's like, well, I drink. He said Crown Royal has no carbs in it.
That's whiskey.
Yeah,
it's got to be carbs in whiskey, right? It has to be.
He said for some reason
it might have less carbs. Like I know
Crown Royal has no carbs.
Well, I know.
I know. Light.
Well, the hard liquor stuff has less calories.
Yeah.
So if you want to make yourself like a rum and Coke or something, or vodka, soda, or just drink whiskey on the rocks.
It's on the rocks. You can't mix it with anything. You can't mix it with Coke.
Well, if it's a Diet Coke,
it has carbs too, no? Just doesn't have sugar.
It's got 0 calories. Less calories you got to burn off.
Drink it straight like a man.
Why are we talking about this?
Because I want to change my lifestyle.
Oh, we could change our lifestyle.
You were talking about people grabbing Cam Newton's balls.
Yeah, I know. I think Cam Newton, there was something wrong with him.
Do you think he gives his balls when they're dirty?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, they reuse the ball. If the ball touches the ground, they just throw it back in the huddle, right?
I think the parents of the kids that let the kids touch
and those parents
Cam
are
Newton's
sick
balls
too. Letting their kids get
they should
close to
put on
Cam
gloves
Newton's
or
balls.
Yeah, or put on some gloves or something.
Yeah, seriously.
Or sanitize your hands.
It really makes me sick. Cam Newton letting kids grab his balls.
Not only grabbing them, giving it to them.
Giving it.
They're taking it.
Oh yeah. He's giving it to them, and they're taking it. They're taking it right away too.
Yeah, I want to lose at least 50 pounds. So I'm gonna go on the 4 o'clock. No carb.
I want to lose 10. But
why? Where? I don't see any fat on you, dude.
Really? It's all in the belly, dude. It's all my face used to be thinner. Hate it.
Your face is fine.
I think it's because I'm not.
I'm going to.
I'm not working or anything right now, so I think my body's in like this slow vegetative state.
I'm going to no carbs after 4 o'clock diet, and I'm joining the gym, Elite Fitness.
Okay, here we go. Rashad Jones, 104 tackles.
104 tackles. That's pretty good.
No. Wait. 5 interceptions and 106 tackles.
That's really good.
That is really good.
5 INTs.
Yeah, that guy's a beast.
Did you take any of those back for
Orlando Alzagari used to hate on him. He's like, oh,
why?
Rashad Jones. I don't know why. He's
no
like,
way.
Rashad Jones is just a backup, whatever. I'm like, nah.
Did he ever take those to the house? Those 5 INTs? Any of those 5 INTs?
I know he took 1 or 2 to the house.
Really?
Let me go back here and look.
Is he your favorite player?
He's on the Dolphins right now.
Yeah.
He's definitely my favorite player on that defense.
My favorite player for the Dolphins. Jeez. It's got to be Rashard Matthews. He proved something to me this year, man. Remember before the season even started, they were talking about him either trading him and he wanted to be cut, but he stood in there and he said, "Guess what? I'm gonna win this." Even though he did get some luck by my man from Louisville. What's his name? Come on. I'm terrible with names. Jeez.
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker being hurt at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So that kind of gave him the edge there to come in and produce and play, and he did. He played very well until he got hurt.
I think he would have played better. I think he's a really nice number 2. I don't know if he can be a number 1. But
if I was him, I would go to another team. He's a free agent. I will go. I will get money from somebody else.
Yeah, definitely. Of course. I mean, you got Jarvis Parker.
He'll be a superstar in New England.
Yeah, you got Jarvis Parker and Stills. One good stretch of the field. The other one's a slot guy who Tannehill loves.
Right.
Parker is like the big guy with size who you go for jump balls. I think you're kind of set at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't
mess with that.
Yeah, Rashad Jones.
Lamar Miller's got a sign.
I love him. I think he would have even had a better season if Tannehill was more. I don't know, like if he was more on point, or Tannehill really struggled this season, and I don't know. There's these reports that come out about like Joe Philbin. A couple weeks ago, Joe Philbin wanted to draft Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And then when Bill Lazor kind of heard that, he kind of lost faith in Tannehill and had his doubts. So then he let Tannehill run less audibles, and that contributed to why he had such a down season.
Yeah.
But who knows what's going on in that building? I don't know what to believe anymore. Because, I mean, Tannehill, he was improving, and then all of a sudden he took this step down. I mean,
we'll see where Mr. Gase.
I still think Tannehill's a game manager.
Gase.
But
we'll see what him.
Yeah, I still think Tannehill's a game manager because there's certain things that he does not do well.
Yeah.
But I think he can be productive for this team because he doesn't turn over the ball.
He doesn't.
And I don't know.
And he's a good. He runs the ball. He's got the. I think he has the arm. I don't know how people say he doesn't have the arm.
Yeah, he has the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of lacks the accuracy and touch at times.
Right.
But other than that, I mean,
that's why they brought Adam Gase here, Mikey Mike.
Oh yeah, that's why they brought Bill Lazor in here for him.
All those guys that got fired,
and that's why they brought in Mike Sherman because he was his coach in college, so he knows how to coach him right and everything.
All those guys that got fired from the Dolphin staff, they all got jobs now.
Yeah,
Bill Lazor and Coyle with Cincinnati,
yeah.
Joe Philbin with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to go to the Giants. I don't know what happened there. Then he went to
the coach needed like an O-line guy
to the Colts.
Yeah, what better person to learn from the guy who had the worst O-line in the league for a couple years. What else? And Dennis Hickey might be a candidate for the Browns job. I'm not sure if they hired anybody.
As a general manager?
Yeah, as a a personnel
okay.
person.
Scout?
I don't know. Somewhere in the personnel department.
All right, let's give our thanks to, let's start with Louis Chacon, who came in for like a couple minutes, and then what was he doing? He was like,
I don't know. He
was
came
like in a rush.
Here, he barged in here, started lecturing us. He set this up right. Don't
He goes, I was in the neighborhood.
Get your mouth
Doral
away from the
neighborhood.
microphone.
This is the worst place in Miami, right? Doral. We're in the worst. If you want to find traffic, just come to Doral. It's the worst. It takes us like 20 minutes to get out of the parking lot here. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst. All right, thanks for Louis Chacon. Thanks for CSB for letting us use the studios. Who else should we thank? We should thank Adam Gase for being the Dolphins.
Yeah, thank you, Adam Gase. No one else wanted to be here.
The mayor from Mixer.com, all the way from New York City. He catches show 8 to 10 every Tuesday. He was in the building today talking NFL and NBA. And Mikey Mike, great job producing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Jada Coles, thanks to Jada Coles, who gives us, exposure. We should do the show there. Hopefully we'll be back soon. So thanks to those guys. And thanks to Angie, who sets us up with the YouTube password. Shout out to Angie.
Angie, my little munchkin.
All right, good luck to the Miami Hurricanes tonight. They got the Duke Blue Devils, and also good luck to the Miami Heat, who play at 8 o'clock against the Chicago Bulls. This is John Ech, and we'll see you guys next week.
I want to play a little soundbite for the Cardinals right before we go, right before we sign off. Here you go, Cardinals.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. The second half, we couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half.
What it do, it's your boy Big Snoop Dogg on 24/7 Miami. You know how we do it, baby. Shake, shake, shake.
On 247miami.tv.
I'm Craig Cook, host of Metal and Mayhem. I'm bringing you a brand new season of Metal and Mayhem this fall right here on 24/7 Miami.